7 months, no rent, because no one requested it. That's the actual argument walking in this courtroom today. A 12-year tenant, a house fire, medical hardships, and a judge who only wants one thing: a yes or a no.
The rent be paid in the court.
I understand, but do you not have anything for disabled people? Because and I've been on this call for so long, it's starting to kick in now.
Judge, I'm back.
All right. What do we have for Ms. Arsenault?
Judge, we are unable to resolve this case, so we will need a trial, and I'll ask that rent be paid in the court for the months of November, December, January, and now February. The undisputed rent, we contend there's more owed than that, but the undisputed amount is $1,600 per month.
All right, one moment. All right, and so Ms. Arsenault, in your documentation here, you were stating that you were in the process of going through steps to potentially buy the home, but in the meantime, you were in agreement that rent has not been paid from November through present.
Well, after speaking to him, Bullock Management has been in breach of contract by many, many things in the lease that I have stated to the attorney. I also have been in the house for 12 years, have always received an amendment.
Well,
and
let me do this. Raise your right hand for me.
Pardon me?
Raise your right hand.
Yes, sir.
Do you swear or affirm your statements to the court will be the truth under penalty of perjury?
Yes, I do.
All right. How much rent did you pay in November?
November, I did not pay any rent. This is when the fire had just occurred and I was buying the house and only communicating with the homeowner. I had not had.
How much rent did you pay in December, January, and February?
I did not pay any then either because I did not receive any requests for rent, and I've been communicating with the homeowner, not the leasing agents, not the landlord.
Okay.
They stopped.
And what was the amount of rent that was due in October of 2024?
Well, they overcharged me because they did not give me an amendment to increase my rent despite me asking for an amendment to the lease. And you have documentation.
Please answer the questions that are being asked. What is the amount of rent that was due in October of 2024?
Zero was due in October.
And when the number hits, the entire courtroom changes.
So there was a fire in the house, sir, and I had to stay in a hotel since June.
Judge, she's correct. The client gave her a full rental concession while the repairs were being made from July through October of 2025.
And so Ms. Arsenault, are you in agreement that you...
Let me slow this down, because this case is not what it sounds like at first. This is not just about rent. This is about what people think hardship legally excuses, and what the court actually cares about. 12-year tenant, house fire, claims of breach, medical hardship. But none of that matters if you can't answer one question the judge keeps asking.
I'm here to ask simple questions that need simple answers. The things you're talking about are issues for trial. The amount of rent you were paying every month was $1,600. You did not pay that amount of rent for November, December, January, or February.
Correct.
So what is going to be prepared for this case is an order that says you are to pay rent into court, and then that money will be held in the court registry for pending the outcome of the case. When that money is paid in, it'll be held if for some reason the case is not resolved on the next scheduled date, which is going to be Monday, March the 2nd.
So you didn't pay because nobody reminded you? This is not how rent works. That's not how contracts work. And that is definitely not how court works.
As to the outcome of the case, and then order that those funds be dispersed to the appropriate party based on their ruling.
Okay.
Rent is not a subscription you cancel by silence.
Hoping to get a hardship because I am on chemo pills and have a severe immune disease and on oxygen. I've submitted a medical letter. So this whole ordeal has been traumatic for me, and I've been in the house for 12 years. I will have all the money that is owed to them, if deemed owed to them, in 30 days. And then by then I might even have had purchased the house.
This is the moment you can tell they are done with the story and ready for an answer.
The owner you have all the proof communication with the owner. I've been dealing with him the whole time since the fire.
Every time the judge asks a yes or a no, listen to how the answer never matches the question.
Court order will be for the amount of $6,400 into the registry, and that will be by next Thursday, which is the 26th, and then $1,600 per month on the 5th of March and every.
When oxygen, wheelchair, medical hardships is mentioned.
Next week.
Judge, she hadn't paid rent in 7 months. She should have it now.
You can do the best.
And listen, I'm not minimizing medical hardship. I'm not minimizing disability. I'm not minimizing real struggle. It's not therapy. Court is not obligations.
And the case may proceed to trial today.
Okay.
Hardships explains behavior. It does not erase contracts.
And I'm on disability. Since
it's a $6,400 payment of rent into court that is due by Thursday the 26th, and $1,600 per month on the 5th of the month.
Being somewhere for 12 years does not turn rent into optional.
And so, but the court date will be Monday the 2nd, 9 a.m., courtroom 1200 C as in Charlie.
And this is why these cases feel so uncomfortable. Because long-term tenants often feel like family. But legally, you're party to a contract.
Not show up with things on your phone, as we are unable to process those in the courtroom in that way.
And $6,000? When the judge says the amount.
Now, Judge, I don't even have a lease with Bullock Management. That's the main issue. The lease
that will be a great thing for you to assert at trial. The claim at this point is that rent has been unpaid for a period of time, and I suspect what they would argue is that there were holdover provisions in the lease if it was not renewed with another formal.
We are not debating the past. We are negotiating survival inside a deadline.
We are not here for what occurred today. I already had to do this before. I can't finish sentences and thoughts. I can't get answers to simple questions.
Oxygen and the clock. This is where the case becomes about time. Not guilt, not sympathy, time.
Today, what happens when dispossessory cases are reset is that the tenant, when there is a
because the court's clock does not stop for your personal crisis. This is the part people miss when they watch courtroom videos. The law does not ask, is your life hard? It asks, can you comply and when?
Matter for today, it will reconvene on Monday, March 2nd in courtroom 1200.
And if you can't meet the timing, the court does not change the rules. It changes the outcome.
Just make sure the clerk confirms that they were received and processed.
So just to reiterate, if I don't have the money on Thursday, I'm not going to have my things thrown out. I've been in the house for 12 years, but I will have the court date on the 2nd. At which
you'll have a court date on the 2nd no matter what. If you don't make the payment on the 26th, they have the ability to apply for a writ of possession. That still has to be reviewed and signed by a judge and executed by the marshal. The difference is...
I'm going to tell you what the judge decides.
And you have a trial and the court rules in the landlord's...
But I'll tell you this. The most important thing in this entire hearing is not the fire, not the medical. It's time. The time doesn't wait. The time couldn't wait for her. Because she went through all those things. But you know what? In court, You can't defend yourself with time.
Sometimes that is 11:30. Sometimes that is 1 o'clock.
So this is a lesson to everyone, all of us, that even if you get sick, you have to take care of your responsibilities until your last breath. This is a sad story. This is a sad situation, but it's also a lesson for everyone. So thank you for watching.